Can she borrow your husband? This lady wants to know if she can borrow your husband. So, can she borrow your husband? She can borrow mine, but can she borrow your husband?
Can we normalize you letting me borrow your husband, and not in that way, you freaking weirdos, but like in the way where you both come over and he helps, hang my TV and lift all the heavy things, and we drink wine at the same time, and I'll make you both dinner, and he can have a beer at the same time too. Like it's a win-win-win-win. But I need to borrow your husband.
Oh, absolutely not, girl. You cannot borrow my husband. That's my husband. My husband. Mine. My husband is not your handyman. My husband is not your service person. Well, you know what we can do though? You and I can go on Google. We can look up some I don't know, handyman services. We can book them, we can pay them and have them come over to your house to do all the stuff that you needed to be done around the house. Or we can get your phone and we can call your dad, and have him come over to help you around the house, do all the heavy lifting. Or we can call your uncle or your brother, for them to come over to your house and they can help you. And you and I can just sit on the couch while we drink that wine, while your brother or your dad can help you. Or better yet, right? We can get you your own husband. How about that? Huh? We go online, right? And we find you a man, right? How about we find you your own husband? No. So that way he's personal to you. That way you cook for him, and he do all the heavy lifting, just like how I do it in my house, right? I cook for him and he do all my heavy lifting. You know what I mean? So no, you can't borrow my husband. No, my husband is not coming over. And no, my husband is definitely not your handyman or your service person. Pay someone to come and help you around the house. You are the same lady that came online saying that you would choose the bear over a man. What happened to that? Where is the bear? Where is the bear? The bear can lift up heavy items. The bear can put up your TV. The bear can I don't know, build your table. The bear can do all the heavy lifting around your house. Where is the bear? Can we just normalize, getting married? Can we just normalize staying in marriages? Can we just normalize making marriages work? Can we just normalize that we women actually need men? You know, we don't need bears. I'm not seeing the bear. Where's the bear? The bear can help you now. Let's normalize actually staying in marriages and making it work. Let's normalize respecting marriages. Like I've been seeing a lot of discourse going online about girls saying they don't need a man, they'll rather be single, they'll rather be by themselves. That's your choice. If you want to stay by yourself, that's fine. Nobody's forcing you to go and be with a man. But don't come online asking if you can borrow our husbands, the ones that choose to be with a guy or a man. Don't come online saying you can borrow our husband. No, you can't borrow my husband. No, he's not coming to your house. I can cook for him. I can cook for him. He's fine. He doesn't need your food. No, he's not gonna drink your beer. I can buy him a beer, you know. But you and I can have a glass of wine though. But my husband is definitely not coming to your house.
Husband.
No. You want to borrow him to do exactly what? Those are my perks. I get to use my husband's labor for free. My man. Do you know how I suffered before getting this husband? Do you know how many times my heart got broken before finding this man? Do you know how much I had to do to keep this man? Everything you said you didn't want to do. I chose the man instead of the bear. Weren't you the same one that said, I'm choosing the bear? Men are trash. Men are useless. And men ain't shit. Suddenly, men are valuable when it's time to lift furniture and make repairs. My husband is not a Home Depot equipment. Take the bear to Home Depot, buy some tools and hand it to the bear. The bear will do everything that you need. They're better than the men after all. Or better still, just do the labor yourself. Post it on TikTok and caption it, single women don't need men. But my husband is not a group project. And he's not available for borrowing. Remember you said we were lame when we got a husband. Now all of a sudden, husbands are necessary. Any heavy lifting The bear can't handle it. He's the bear after all. You are only interested in the perks of having a husband, but not in the sacrifices of being a wife. Girl, go to Home Depot and go borrow a man.
No, we cannot normalize a goddamn thing. Some of y'all taking normalization a little too fucking far. Few discretions advised. Ma'am, where's your husband? That's the question. Because if you had your own husband, you wouldn't have to borrow nobody else's husband. You are worried about the wrong thing. And what you mean borrow like you borrowing somebody's car? That's a whole human being you're talking about. You know how crazy of a take this is? Just imagine me coming out here and saying, hey, can I borrow your wife? Not for anything sexual, just, so she can cook and clean, you know what I'm saying? And while she cooking and cleaning, I'm going to play some music, tell jokes, order takeout for us, and we could have beers and she could have a glass of wine while she's cooking and cleaning, bro. It sounds like a win-win, doesn't it? You know how insane or how stupid one would have to be to agree to those terms? And the sad part is I went to the comments and there were women actually agreeing, like, yeah, can I borrow your husband? What type of shit is this? Not only is it disrespectful to the person that is married to that man, you are also dehumanizing those men. You're not treating them like actual human beings. You're treating them like they're an object. Like they're just some machine that's supposed to come around and hang up pictures and lift heavy shit that you can't lift for your own self. That man's efforts are for his wife, not his wife and her friends. I'll be damned. I'm chilling on a random Saturday afternoon and my wife comes to me and says, oh yeah, by the way, we got to help Lisa move all her furniture from the top floor to the bottom floor. And I'm like, who the fuck agreed to that? Because I know the ones that do agree with this woman are not going to have that conversation with their husband. They're just going to volunteer him before they speak to him about anything. They're just going to tell him what's happening. And unfortunately, some niggas are actually going to go with it, which is fucking insane. But that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, man, some of y'all done lost y'all damn mind. I'll be damned. Ladies, don't make this a trend. It's not going to end well. Yeah, keep it changing.
Get your own man. Do you know why men do this for their wives or the women they love? It's called an act of service. You do things for the person you love. It's a way of you serving them and loving them and wanting to do nice things for them. You want all of these things for free. Did you know there's something called a handyman? There's this thing called a handyman where you can call, there's a whole industry that provides this type of service. Could you imagine if a man made a video and he was like, hey, can I borrow your wife to come over and cook me dinner and do my laundry? And hey, you can come too. Do you know how many outraged women would be making videos calling this man a misogynist? This is actually a good sign. We're healing people. This means that regular men are saying no to this and are done being friend zoned. Yes, that act of service that I was talking to in the beginning, you do that for people you love. You also get something in return for that act of service.
Possible reason would a strong, independent woman have for needing to borrow somebody else's husband? An even better idea. How about someone figures out how to do all of those difficult things themselves, because someone else's husband and men in general are not your free workhorses just to be used for your convenience when you want them around. Now, this is just my opinion, but frankly, I am rather tired of a lot of women out there making the rest of us look rather bad, in addition to setting us back at least 50 years, if not more. Men are not something to be used just for a convenience when you need them. They are people. Do try to remember that.
No. You're not about to interrupt my time to come over and do some hard labor for some fucking food and wine. No. Bend that ass over. Yep, I said it. Toot that ass up. Because if you gonna look at me as this work mule, look at me as this something to be used to come do, you know what I mean? A substitute boyfriend or husband, you could have called somebody that did that and paid them. But you thought the smart idea was come borrow me? And then my wife said, oh yeah, we'll be over. Okay, yeah, we will be over. Condom will be on, strapped, because after I'm done working on those pipes, I'm about to lay some pipe. Now, you see how crazy that shit sounds? Exactly. So, before y'all get to thinking this, let's normalize borrowing husbands, think about that. Think about
ladies,
that.
would you let her borrow your husband? Let me know what you think about this story down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.